Listen up. What I am about to share with you has the power to not only change your life right now, but also completely transform your entire existence. It all depends on how you use this knowledge. We are talking about your pineal gland, often called your cosmic antenna, and how you might be unintentionally sabotaging it every time you carelessly release your energy through ejaculation. This is serious, and you need to understand what is really going on inside you every time you ejaculate. Let me explain. The great physician Sun Simiao from the Tang dynasty once said that if a man can avoid ejaculating for 100 days, his body will feel lighter, and he will regain the strength of a young man. His senses will sharpen, and his memory will improve. If he can go for 1,000 days, he will be able to communicate with the spiritual world, extending his life in the process. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, stay calm, and focus on the area between your eyebrows. Feel that slight pressure? That is your third eye, the gateway to higher consciousness. But every time you ejaculate, you are slamming that gateway shut. You are not just losing sperm, you are depleting a complex mix of over 200 vital nutrients, hormones, and energy that directly fuels your pineal gland. These include iron, magnesium, tryptophan, vitamin B12, folate, selenium, copper, zinc, calcium, and much more. These are not just random nutrients. They are the building blocks of both your physical vitality and your spiritual potential. Think about it. Every time you ejaculate, you are literally flushing away your spiritual power for just a few seconds of pleasure. That brief moment of release might leave you feeling drained, foggy, and disconnected from your spiritual self. You might even feel sleepy or a bit disappointed afterward. Is that not a clear sign that something is off? I am here to dive deeper into the discussion we started earlier about masturbation. We are going to break down the mindset that makes people believe masturbation and ejaculation are beneficial, except for the purpose of creating life. In the last video, many of you asked me to talk more about ejaculation, what it is, how to do it, and with whom to practice it. So stick around because I will finally be diving into that, along with the concept of the microcosmic orbit. Just to clarify, this is not about morality or being a saint in a figurative sense. It is about understanding the true cost of your habits. It is about realizing that by giving in to base urges, you are choosing to remain a slave instead of evolving into the higher being you are meant to be. Make no mistake, you have the potential to transform into something much greater. We welcome skeptics too. You might not believe or understand the metaphysical power of semen or the spiritual significance of the pineal gland yet, and that is okay. But if you are serious about spiritual growth and tapping into higher levels of consciousness, then keep listening. Our ancestors left us a roadmap, ancient teachings and techniques that mystical cultures still practice today. Modern science is just beginning to catch up, slowly validating what the ancients already knew. If you are ready for the science behind it, then keep watching and do not forget to like and subscribe to stay on track and resist those urges while helping us grow. Let us dive into the science and spirituality of semen retention. You need to grasp the magnitude of what you are doing to yourself. The pineal gland is not just some mystical concept. It is a real, physical part of your brain that scientists are only beginning to understand. This tiny pine cone-shaped gland produces melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep cycles. But according to ancient wisdom and some of the brightest scientists, it is also an interface between the physical and spiritual realms. When you ejaculate, you are not just losing fluid. You are triggering a hormonal storm that directly impacts your pineal gland. Prolactin levels spike, while dopamine levels plummet. This hormonal chaos disrupts your pineal gland's ability to produce melatonin, a key hormone for spiritual awareness and vivid dreams. Let me repeat that. Prolactin increases and dopamine drops, creating a hormonal imbalance that hinders your pineal gland from producing two critical spiritual molecules, melatonin and DMT. Take a deep breath. There is more to this. Your pineal gland acts as your body's timekeeper, your link to the rhythms of the cosmos. Frequent ejaculation, especially at night, throws this delicate internal clock off balance. You are not just messing with your sleep, you are also disrupting your synchronization with the universe's natural flow. Your body tracks cycles of the sun, moon, and other rhythms that we are not even consciously aware of. It is not about your conscious mind. These rhythms are fundamental to your existence. Today's studies show that semen retention can amplify your body's electromagnetic field. And why is that important? Because your pineal gland is highly sensitive to electromagnetic frequencies. By retaining your semen, you are supercharging your ability to tune into subtle energies, the unseen and unheard frequencies that allow you to perceive realities beyond the physical world and beyond our 5 basic senses. Think about it. Every time you ejaculate, you are damaging this connection, dulling and dumbing down your extrasensory potential. I am not going to sugarcoat it. You are choosing to remain blind to the subtle cues of the universe, deaf to the whispers of higher intelligence trying to guide you, and essentially hiding from the divine. But here is the good news: you have the power to change this. It is entirely in your hands. No one else can make this decision for you. You must reclaim your spiritual birthright. Whether you think it is a cliche or not, we are indeed divine beings with the potential for incredible abilities, like the Christs and Buddhas that we revere. Reclaiming the full spectrum of our gifts is essential, but it requires conscious choice, discipline, and a deeper understanding of our own nature. Now let me give you the bill for all the spiritual costs you have racked up with each ejaculation. First, your intuition is your pineal gland in action. Every time you drain your life force, you are dulling the 6th sense. If you are okay with just 5 senses, that is your choice. But remember, this is something every human is capable of achieving. Next, your aura is your energetic field. We all have an aura. It is a real phenomenon that varies in power and resonance. Scientists at the HeartMath Institute can measure it using their tools. But frequent ejaculation weakens your aura, making it jagged, unstable, and fractured. This leaves you more susceptible to negative energies and less capable of maintaining those high vibration states that attract success, synchronicity, and spiritual breakthroughs. Take a moment to breathe and feel. Ancient traditions like those of the Taoists, Tantra practitioners, and others understood a profound truth. Semen is a spiritual essence. When not used for creating life, it should be conserved and recirculated. If they did not want to create life, they would retain semen, because it is a concentrated life force. Each ejaculation is a loss of this divine energy, a severing of your connection to higher realms of consciousness. When I say ejaculation versus in-JACULATION, I am emphasizing the difference between these two. They are completely different practices, and I will explain more in just a moment. But understand this: you are distancing yourself from your divine potential with every release. Now, let us talk about in-JACULATION. You might be wondering what it is, how it works, and who should practice it. In-JACULATION is the technique of experiencing an orgasm without the loss of vital fluids. Instead of releasing your energy outward, you draw it back into your body, up your spine, and into your pineal gland through a process known as the microcosmic orbit. By doing this, you are converting sexual fluid into higher forms of energy that can be used in every aspect of your life. This process is complex, but it is real and effective. One of the best teachers of this technique is Mantak Chia. He has been teaching the art of ejaculation for decades, and his books are a great resource if you want to dive deeper into this practice. But even without going into too much detail, the main idea is that you can experience the pleasure of sex without depleting your vital essence. Instead, you are recycling that energy, keeping it within your body, and using it to fuel your spiritual growth. The ancient physician Sun Simiao also spoke about the benefits of semen retention and ejaculation. He said that after 100 days of practice, your voice will become clearer and more resonant. After 1,000 days, your skin will become smooth and moist. And after 10,000 days, you will achieve spontaneous levitation in broad daylight. These teachings are not just about abstaining from ejaculation. They are about mastering your sexual energy and recycling it through the microcosmic orbit. It is important to understand that this practice is not about giving up sex. It is about learning to have sex in a way that enhances your spiritual potential. You can still have sex with your partner, but you do it with the intention of ejaculation and energy circulation. This allows you to maintain your connection to higher realms while enjoying the physical and emotional benefits of sexual intimacy. The ancient wisdom from various traditions, including the teachings of Thoth the Atlantean, tells us that gods are immortal men and men are mortal gods. In other words, we have the potential to transcend our human limitations and become conscious spirits able to leave our bodies and reincarnate at will. This might sound far-fetched, but many who practice semen retention and ejaculation believe it is a key to enlightenment. You might have heard the argument that ejaculation is necessary to prevent prostate cancer. But let me ask you this, are you really masturbating for your prostate health? Be honest with yourself. The link between ejaculation frequency and prostate cancer risk is far from conclusive. In fact, ejaculation allows you to experience the benefits of orgasm without losing your vital fluids, which are essential for creating life. Recent studies have shown that overall lifestyle, diet, and genetics play a much more significant role in prostate health than ejaculation frequency. Now, here is something to think about. Could it be that those in power want you to keep ejaculating? A population constantly drained of its vital energy, numbed by cheap dopamine hits, and too foggy-minded to question the world's obsession with sex and ejaculation is much easier to control. Are you really making a free choice with conscious intention every time you masturbate? Or are you simply following your programming? Take a deep breath and consider this idea. I am not here to tell you what to do, but I want to guide you toward understanding and embracing ancient wisdom. Every choice you make either nourishes your spirit or starves it. It is important to get this right, because you are not your spirit. You are the spirit itself living in a body. Here is what I want you to do. First, start paying attention the next time you feel the urge to ejaculate. Pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself if this momentary pleasure is worth dimming your spiritual sight. Is it worth dulling your cosmic antenna, your pineal gland? Think about it carefully. Second, begin to see your sexual energy as sacred. Your body is a temple, and your pineal gland is the most sacred part of that temple. It deserves to be treated with the highest respect. Third, learn to transmute that energy. When you are making love and feel that point of no return approaching, relax, clench your Kegel muscles, hold it, and visualize the energy rising up your spine to activate your pineal gland. Imagine it illuminating your third eye. This is not repression, it is control, redirection, and elevation of your energy. It will take time to master this. Your Kegel muscles and mental discipline need to be well developed, so do not expect to get it right on the first few tries. Study the teachings of Mantak Chia, Taoist practices, or tantric techniques to train yourself in this. Fourth, support your pineal gland by eating foods rich in zinc, magnesium, iron, calcium, vitamins B12, Ce, citric acid, alkaline foods, and fructose. Consider living a fluoride-free lifestyle to prevent or reverse calcification. You are literally feeding your third eye, nourishing your cosmic antenna. Fifth, optimize your sleep. Your pineal gland produces melatonin in darkness, so make sure you sleep and wake up at the same time each day. Create a sleep environment that supports this crucial process. By doing so, you are not just improving your sleep, you are aligning yourself with cosmic rhythms. This journey is not about becoming a monk or abstaining from sex. It is about making conscious choices, valuing your spiritual potential over momentary pleasure, and choosing to evolve into a higher being rather than staying a slave to your urges. You will face challenges. Your conditioned mind will resist, and society will tell you that this path is unnatural. But remember, what is considered natural or unnatural is often a construct shaped by a society that benefits from keeping your pineal gland dulled and your spiritual senses muted. The power to change this lies in your hands. Master this power wisely.